Guys, generally when I speak with a lot of sarcasm a lot of the times. It tends to not, be relayed well, let's say sometimes, guys. And when I say I like certain things, I may like them for one specific reason, but not the entirety of the reason. So, and I'm saying all this to basically kind of give a slight rebuttal to a previous video I posted kind of regarding Canada becoming the 51st state, guys. Yes, I am fully aware that politically, they may not large scale align with the things that are important to us in the United States of America. I'm fully aware. I've been to Canada numerous times, and sometimes it feels like, how about this? I've been to the larger cities. I spent more time in Toronto than anywhere else, and it does feel like occasionally they're kind of competing to see who can become the most, progressively liberal, as humanly possible, let's say. I know, I am aware, guys. I hear you, right? Listen, if I was a sovereign nation or part of a sovereign nation, I am, right? But I wouldn't want to become someone else's subordinate. I get that. Guys, I speak or spoke in jest. Generally, I said they should join up because I want poutine at Waffle House at 3 o'clock in the morning. I love poutine. I'm fat, bro. Have you had poutine before, bro? All right? Some of those cheese curds are spectacular. Imagine the cheese curds along with the gravy on top of your, double hash browns with some cheese. That sounds delicious to me, personally. The Bannock bread, oh yeah, there are a lot of things, but most of it is food. Guys, I am fully aware that they don't want nothing to do with our craziness. I love guns and big trucks and gas guzzlers, lifted vehicles. I like all these things, but I'm not sure that the average person in Canada are going to love these things equally. They're not going to like it. That's not a thing. They don't carry guns like that, right? I open carry regularly. Okay, I own a truck gun, which is an AR-15, converted to 4.54 SOCOM. Guys, you understand what listen, we have a different way of living in life. Our existences are different. I am fully aware, okay, that they are just different people. And it's fine. Everyone is a different person, guys, all right? So hopefully this clears up the facts here. All right, and I'm gonna be honest here. Even within the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I was probably sarcastic 11 times within that time frame. So I think I may be broken, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I may be broken. I don't think it's possible for me to speak and not be sarcastic about things. But either way, listen. The name of the video is asking Canadians about becoming the 51st state. This is coming from the channel Nick Shirley, and this is a suggestion via a channel member. Let's do it.
How do you guys feel about Canada potentially becoming the 51st state?
51st state, why not? I think it'd be a good thing.
Do you think Trudeau is scared of Donald Trump?
I think so, yeah.
Some of Trump's ideas, I hate to say it, are actually not bad.
Today, I'm here in Canada, and we're going to be asking the Canadians here how they feel about becoming the 51st state. Donald Trump has been teasing the idea for quite some time on social media, referring to Canada as the 51st state.
Right,
He's even gone as far as posting a photo of him on top of a mountain range saying, "Oh, Canada." He is now calling Justin Trudeau the governor of Canada. So,
come on, guys. You do know that this isn't serious. Trump is an individual that, he says a lot of things. He's a troll. He's probably one of the greatest trolls on the planet Earth. I'm going to be honest. But you have to take what he says as most of it is a troll. You have to. But some people like taking everything that someone says serious because they just don't like the person, basically, though. But let's get back to it.
So today we're going to be asking the Canadians here how they feel about becoming the 51st state. And Donald Trump is also talking about buying Greenland and taking back the Panama Canal. So if this video gets 100,000 likes, I know that's a lot of likes, but if this video gets 100,000 likes, we will go to Greenland and potentially the Panama Canal. Give this video a like right now, 100,000 likes, and we're going to Greenland. Now let's go talk to people here on the streets of Canada. How do you feel about becoming the 51st state?
Oh, f*** off.
Do you think it's pretty insulting that Donald Trump is trying to make Canada the 51st state?
He's not trying to make it. It's just pure insanity. It's just more craziness. Piled higher and deeper. It smells just as bad as it always does.
Would there be any benefits of becoming the 51st state?
I can think of about 1 million disadvantages.
That's crazy because, to be honest, it's almost nothing but advantages. But the problem is that they don't really have much. I'm not. Well, how about this? I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm not sure they have much of a say, guys. I mean, the UK will have a lot to say about that actually happening, and the UK will never, ever, ever adhere to that actual the merger. Let's say, but there are nothing but benefits I can imagine if there was not that singular border that stopped the trade of goods. Like that by itself would change things. But if I was a Canadian, I would never want to give up the healthcare. Your healthcare is absolutely superior to whatever we have here in this country. Okay, so that's the reality here. If we could take their methodology behind healthcare by getting all of these gigantic corporations kind of out of the pockets of the individuals that are prescribing things, then listen, I'll take that, bro. Maybe we can
Not one advantage whatsoever.
What would be some disadvantages of becoming the 51st state?
Everything. You'd be American. That's like, isn't that enough?
Do you support Canada becoming the 51st state?
Wow. Okay, fight us.
Who would want to be part of America right now?
Yeah, why wouldn't Canada want to be part of America?
Hell no, bro. Nah, you got it good here. Drinking age is 19, not 21. Weed
Oh, that's important.
age 19, not 21.
What do you think about Donald Trump? Do you think it's right of him to say and refer to Canada as the 51st state?
Not really. It's a little bit expansionist, but you know, I think Trump's a bit of a dick, but yeah, that's just me. I get why people voted for him. He's, you know, he promised change, and America does need to change, so we'll see how that goes.
How do you feel
Okay.
about becoming the 51st state?
That was solid.
I love it. I'd love it to do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be completely honest right here. I believe that he was gonna say that from the beginning.
I'm all in. As long as Trump ain't in.
okay. Well, Trump is calling Trudeau the governor of Canada.
Yeah, well, that's fine with me. Trudeau's an idiot. They're trying to get him out, right? So Canadian politics has got to do what they got to do, and if they want to make us a state, I'm in.
Do you think it'd be a good idea for Canada to become the 51st state?
If I was younger, I'd vote yes. I'd vote no. But now that I'm older, I vote yes.
What benefits would it have for Canada if it were to become the 51st
Well,
state?
they'd have to spread out a whole bunch of for us to understand, because right now it's just an idea. We don't know what's going to happen to our pensions. Are we going to get a fair shake in the deal? Because they want all our resources. One way or another, they're going to get it down the line either which way. In 10, 20, 30 years, they're going to take it anyway.
Yes, absolutely. You're right. See, I told you.
Right? Because they got no water. You know, they got
We have a lot of water. Hold on.
bit of oil, and we
have a
got
lot
all
of
the
oil.
lumber. I mean, there's
have the lumber.
35 million here, and
We have
then
a lot of
there's
lumber.
resources.
Yeah, they have an abundance of natural resources here in Canada.
Yeah, and they'll be needing that.
And here you guys have 40 million people. In the United States, you got about 350 million. We have the biggest military in the
Legal.
United States. Canada has a decent-sized military.
Yeah, we got nothing.
No.
Would it be beneficial
it's
for
nothing.
Canada to join forces with the United States?
No, they're safe as long as they're close to us.
Oh, well, yeah, we did in World War I, too. I mean, we're on the beaches, too, in D-Day. You know, it wasn't all
course.
America.
And then
Of course,
say
of
Donald
course.
Trump gets Canada, and then he goes and buys Greenland. That'd be a pretty big country.
Well, yeah. Some of Trump's ideas, you know, I hate to say it, are actually not bad. And then you got some bleeding hearts going, you know. But he's not a politician. He's a businessman. He looks at it in a different sense.
Do you think Trump could make Canada great again?
Well, we are slipping a little. What's our dollar today? 60 cents? Yeah, well, at least we'd be on par with shit like that.
And just a reminder, if this video gets 100,000 likes, we will go to Greenland. What do you think about Canada becoming the 51st state?
Am I allowed
Bro, 100,000 likes, you could probably buy Greenland.
to use a swear?
Yes.
Fuck no.
I 100% understood that she was going to say this, by the way. I don't know, it's like an aura, right? It's an aura.
Also, they should just bloody try it and see where that gets them.
She should
Do
definitely
you
have
think
blue
Canada
hair,
would be able to
guys.
withstand the United States?
Look, we burned down. All I'm saying is, remember what happened once to the White House? All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We know where it is.
What do you think about Trump referring to your guys' prime minister as the governor of the great state of California?
Gesture? There. I think that sums it up quite nicely.
That was actually a pretty pleasant, middle finger. That was a really pleasant one. Right? Of course this happened in Canada.
What disadvantages would come from Canada becoming part of the United States?
We love our healthcare. I love the fact that I can go to the doctor or the hospital for any reason and not get bankrupt. I also like not having school shootings on the daily.
What would be your message to Donald Trump for
That's also another good thing.
referring to your prime minister as the governor of the great state of Canada?
Thank you. On behalf of all Canada and with our full chest and all politeness, thank you.
Bro, Trudeau was hot garbage.
You f***ing Cheeto.
That's it?
Tangerine Mussolini?
What? Come on.
And
Bro, move on.
remember this witch, because she even has more choice words for Donald Trump at the end of this
She's
video.
a witch.
So far, it's actually been super interesting to talk to people here. Some people obviously want Canada not to become the 51st state. Others have said it's actually not the worst idea. And every single time when I do make these videos, I always use ground news to prepare and to be able to understand how people are thinking on both the left, right, and center. You guys can check them out, use them as well at ground.news/Nick or scan the QR code here on the screen. Ground News is an app and a website in all
Okay, guys, really quickly.
/Nick or
All right, so this is his website. This is the go here if you want to actually utilize it. I utilize this thing. This is absolutely the only way you should be looking at news. I'm going to be honest here. It gives you the ability to basically decide if what you're reading is completely slanted in one direction or moderately centrist, and you kind of want to remain in the center of things, so you kind of get the both of what's actually both instances and issues that are actually happening. If that makes any sense here, guys, right? You can, in fact, you do that with that platform, and that is, I would even suggest that, please. Stop looking at insert corporate media name right here, right? Stop looking there for your news, please. Look here.
scan the QR code here on the screen. Ground News is an app and a website, and all in one place they gather news from all sides, reporting on the stories shaping our lives. And for instance, on the topic of Canada becoming the 51st state, you can see how both sides are reporting on the issue. For instance, on the left right now, they're calling Trump a wannabe Putin.
Yeah, of course they're going to do this here. Like, of course, this talking point here would be something that would be more beneficial specifically to the left to keep bringing this up, right? And because it makes them look terrible, right? Even though they're reading it like we're all reading it, but they're just putting a slant onto it. They're saying, listen, he's a dictator. He wants to do this. They called him the Cheeto Mussolini. What is that, guys? So I would definitely say that this is definitely the way to go. There's obviously some light fact checking, and they're telling you blatantly this is coming specifically from the left, right?
As he pushes Canada to become the 51st state, while some sources on the right and on the center are actually analyzing the possibility. And Ground News has a lot of cool features, especially their feature called the blind spot. It surfaces important stories missing from the left and right media bubbles. Ground News lets you think critically by seeing both sides of the issues without feeling overwhelmed. I use their app, but you can also check out their website as well. Go to ground.news/Nick or scan the QR code here on the screen for 40% off their unlimited access Vantage plan. I promise you guys will love Ground News. I use them to make these videos, and I promise you guys will use it as well, as you want to see both points of views from all.
All right, bro. This is a very good cause. It's the reason why I basically just let it run out. But it's definitely a really good thing to do if you have not done that. Utilize this code, right? It'll be worth it. Seriously.
Go for it. Yeah.
You think it'd be good?
Yeah, it'll be good.
How do you feel about Canada becoming the 51st state?
It's somebody's fantasy. It'll never happen.
Do you think Canadians should take Trump serious when he calls Justin Trudeau the governor of the great state of Canada?
No, I don't think so. I don't think you need to take Trump seriously for anything.
Are other Canadians worried about becoming the 51st state, or do you think that's just all a bunch of propaganda lies from Donald Trump?
I think it's propaganda. I think it's another lie, but that's life.
How do you guys feel about Canada potentially becoming the 51st state?
I think it's a little bull.
Wait, I see pink hair. Here we go, guys. This is going to be a good one.
It's kind of about it.
Ask her.
I couldn't foresee that actually happening.
Oh, and the nose piercing. Guys, hold on.
It's kind of about it.
I mean, I couldn't foresee that actually happening.
Do you think it's possible that it happens?
Give us more.
No.
More of
And
your
I mean, like,
opinion.
even if it is, like, just like hypothetically speaking, if America were to like invade us, they would absolutely crush us without even like crossing the border.
Say Trump
Absolutely.
decides to take over Canada, what will you guys do?
I don't know.
I don't feel like there's much you can do in like a situation like that. You know, like being overtaken is kind of just like a shitty reality for a lot of countries, and I just like really hope that doesn't happen in our own country.
Do you think it'd be the best interest of Canadians, especially with what's going on right now, to become part of the United States?
Okay, so I don't know. Like, just speaking in terms of like our dollar, the value of our dollar has gone down. So like, that would be a hypothetical good thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think like there's more downsides to it than positives.
And do you think it's insulting that Trump is referring to your prime minister as the governor of Canada?
I mean, Trudeau's kind of a baboon. He hasn't really done much good other than legalize weed.
What is happening here?
So I mean, I'm all for insulting Trudeau, but yeah.
How long have you lived in?
I'm sorry. It was pink. It was supposed to be blue hair. Apologies. All right, guys. I'm definitely surprised by this whole thing here. Now, the thing is guys, there's going to be no invasion. All right. The problem here is, guys, you guys are our allies. And by messing with you, that means we're messing with the UK. That means we're messing with a lot of other countries the UK is allied with. We are mighty, mighty strong, guys. Okay, we are the strongest military by far. Like we're not even talking a gigantic. You know, number 2 is crazily small compared in terms of financials, basically. But there's no we're strong, but we can't take the whole planet on. Do you understand what I'm saying here, guys? So there are certain countries you just don't piss off, and the UK is one of these countries, and regardless of how small they are, that's not the point here. They still have a lot of influence and power due to things that happened many, many hundreds of years ago, guys. So the point is here, the American government would not be foolish enough to do any type of invasion in 2025, specifically onto a allied nation.
So I mean, I'm all for insulting Trudeau, but yeah.
How long have you lived in Canada for?
My whole life. I was born here.
How do you feel about Canada becoming the 51st state?
51st state, why not? I think it'd be a good thing.
A lot of people today have said it'd be a bad idea and they want Canada to stay their individual country. What benefits do you see of Canada becoming the 51st state?
Security.
Donald Trump said this about Canada. He said taxes are far too high, but if Canada was to become our 51st state, their taxes would be cut by more than 60%, their businesses would immediately double in size, and they'd be military protected like no other country anywhere in the world.
True.
Why do you think so many Canadians wouldn't want to be a part of the United States?
There was no lie.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. No idea. Basically, I think it's a lineage thing, right? It's like people want to keep hold of their Canadian heritage, right? Which is it's understandable, but you know, there's a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of negatives, I guess. Depends on who you are.
Yeah, but you yourself would support Canada becoming part of the.
I would. Absolutely.
And what do you think about your guys' your Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau?
He's got great hair.
Anything else good about him?
No. It's bonehead.
Bonehead. And
absolutely.
Absolute bonehead, you say?
Yeah, why not?
Would you guys consider Donald Trump a dictator?
I would consider him a man that has too much power for his own good.
Should Canadians be worried by him calling Trudeau the governor?
Yes, I think any person in power, including Trudeau, that takes tips or is influenced by Donald Trump is going in the wrong direction.
Do you think he is taking tips, or do you think he's scared of Donald Trump?
I think he's being influenced and he's scared.
How would 25% tariffs affect the country of Canada?
I don't think Canadians can afford groceries right now. So, like, we're living in a time where everything is incredibly more expensive, but our jobs don't pay us any more than, like, 20, 30, 50 years ago.
How do you guys feel about becoming the 51st state?
No. Like, America has enough. They don't need to take the entire, like,
I think it's
Canada.
kind of very disrespectful thing to say.
Do you think there'd be any advantages for Canada to become the 51st state?
No.
What do Canadians think about Trump?
Some of them like him, actually. Yeah. Some of them like hate him. I hate him.
Why do you hate Trump?
I just hate his opinions. I feel like he's so, I don't know, I just don't like him.
He did say that he would reduce
She said no. She said nothing.
taxes by 60% and businesses would double. And you guys would be protected by the largest military in the world if you guys did become part of the United States.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean because of that you should like give away your country, right? Like you could like you cannot say that to the other countries. Be like, oh, I could make you guys more rich than give you country to me. It's not that. Yeah.
It's crazy that they care nothing about the economy or taxes. It's almost like they are. Never mind, guys. Let's go ahead and do this.
Be like, oh, I could make you guys more rich than give you country to me. It's not that. Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Do you think Trudeau is scared of Donald Trump?
Answer these questions.
I think so. Yeah.
How do you feel about Canada becoming the 51st state?
Well, we kind of already are to some degree. We're a settler colonial project. Do
you think Trudeau is scared?
No. Go back to him. Go back. Oh, bro. No, please move on from them immediately.
Donald Trump.
I think so. Yeah.
The Yankee Empire in terms of foreign policy, corporations, ever since like the 80s with neoliberalism, we pretty much de facto are, just not in the most overt sense.
Do you think it'd be good for Canada to become part of the United States?
I'd see not really much of a difference. I'm indifferent. I don't really like both settler colonial projects.
Do you find it insulting when Donald Trump calls Trudeau Governor Trudeau?
If there was only one silver lining to Trump, I would say, is that he's funny, for better or worse. And I just thought it was humorous, yeah. But knowing him, I wasn't really insulted or I wasn't really complimented. He is who he is.
And I can tell you...
I want to say something about this here. Like, I never liked Trump. Like, I grew up in New York. I didn't like him growing up at all. I knew that he was gigantically, like big, if that makes any sense. Like, people loved him. Like, a lot of celebrities loved him. He was everywhere. I just never really liked him. I grew up, always hearing kind of in the back of the Central Park Five and things like that, and his father, and things like that. So, like, I'm just like, I never really was a super fan of him. Even up until when he was president the last time. Didn't like him. Nothing ever changed like that. Up until recently, I'll tell you this here. I'm still not like a super fan of Trump. I don't think I like him like in an intelligence base. I don't really see it like that. Right. But if it comes down to the Democrat Party or him, it's going to be him. That's just my thought process, at least. I don't like him at all like that. But that's how much I don't like the Democrat Party. So there we go. That's where that lies. I'm not a fan, but he is funny. Okay. He's probably one of the funniest presidents that have existed. Okay. He's a troll. I would probably say edgelord even, right? But I just don't like the Democrat Party so much that I don't care at all who's the opposition. They're getting my support. That's basically how that's going to work consistently until the Democrat Party just stops being what they are today. Until then, they lost me permanently. But no.
Very smart. How would 25% tariffs affect the economy of Canada?
That would be absolutely terrible because that affects all forms of technology, goods, because when it comes to the United States or a lot of the Western world, including Canada, it's mostly fixated on consumption than it is on production. Because I'd say since like neoliberalism of the 80s, we've been predominantly on a service economy, like gig economies, like DoorDash, things like that, or just retail. There's no real industrialization anymore. There's no manufacturing. So the point is with that said, when it comes to goods, that would hurt the average Canadian for sure.
So is it safe to say if Donald Trump imposes a 25% tariff tax on Canada, it would destroy the economy of Canada?
I would say it hurt it very harshly, but I don't think it would destroy it per se.
Donald Trump is talking about...
Bro, I don't know about all of that, okay? Look at the price of your assets in Canada. You can barely afford to buy a house there, okay? A 25% tariff on, oh my God, it would ruin a gigantic portion of the country that are living paycheck to paycheck. They won't be able to sustain.
About making Canada the 51st state.
That was a joke on the dinner table, around the dinner table. That's all it was. It wasn't serious about it.
You don't think it's going to happen?
No. If they want to, they would have done it a long time ago.
Would there be any benefits for Canada if they did become part of the United States?
I don't know.
I can see
We'll have to see if it happens, and if it happens, we'll find out.
How do you guys feel about Donald Trump calling Canada the 51st state?
They don't like him.
I don't feel fine with that.
Do you think Canada will become the 51st
No,
state?
I don't think so.
Would you like it to become the 51st
No.
state? Would Canada benefit by becoming part of the United
No.
States?
No.
Means?
No.
And what's the main difference
I knew the answers before you even started on this.
between Canada and the United States? in your
Energy,
opinion?
man.
People are more community oriented here. They don't think they're a superpower country. They don't have the strongest army in the world.
Because they're not.
Donald Trump put on a post on social media that Canada would benefit because he said he'd cut taxes by nearly 60% instantly.
Yeah.
You guys would be welcomed in and have the strongest military in the world.
Yeah. No, I don't think that Canada would do well being 51st state of the United States of America. I wouldn't vote for it, so.
And would you vote for Trudeau again?
No.
How do you feel about potentially becoming the 51st state of the United States?
I'm not so sure about that question right now. I'm debating onto it.
Do you think it'd be good for Canada?
Good, somewhat not, right?
What would be your message to Donald Trump for referring to your prime minister as the governor of the great state of Canada?
A whole bunch of irrelevancy.
You. Shitler? We can go on.
Do you think that's fair to call Trump Shitler?
Yes, actually I do. Very much so.
And if you could cast a spell on Donald Trump, what would you say? And how would you do it?
Oh.
Cosplay time.
Only one? I'm not sure there's any spell actually that would be adequate. Any single spell that would be adequate.
The most adequate one.
Be gone, I suppose. Just be gone. Yeah.
Okay.
And like, how would you flick the wand?
I'm glad you're
Flick
doing
it.
this, bro. I'm glad you're getting the footage of
Just
idiocy.
wave for the wand. Just be gone. With
Be
force.
gone.
Have a great rest of your day, ma'am. Stay witched up. And it just barely came out.
Bro, you should have asked her horoscope sign.
That Justin Trudeau is now stepping down as the prime minister and has resigned. That will still take some time for him to leave office. However, do you think that will stop Donald Trump from trying to make Canada the 51st state? We will see. Let me know in the comments down below. And that is the end of this video. Remember, if this...
All right, guys. Name of the channel is Nick Shirley. This was a solid video. I like these like man on the street type interviews because you kind of can catch people off guard with some of the most interesting questions, right, to people. I don't know where he went, but okay. Some of the answers that people gave were solid, guys. I mean, definitely they were as true to life as humanly possible here. Now, do I think that it would be beneficial for us to consume them? Would it be beneficial by any means? Yes. For us, yeah. For them, no. Like if I was in Canada, I would not vote for this. If it ever came up to vote, I would never vote for anything like this. Like just putting myself in a position, your healthcare is better, and I think that in itself is superior, right? Yeah, we have a really gigantic military where we should be cutting 20, 30% and giving our country health care. Right? We should be doing something like that. But you know what? Listen, sure, let's have the biggest military on the planet so we can police the world, even though no one really is asking for that. But let's go ahead and do that so we can maintain superiority in that, but not education, longevity, food quality. I don't know. Who am I? I'm just a rando online. Talking crazy. Love my country, though. I love it. But I think the United States of America basically is like my mother, for example. Right? It birthed me, for the most part. Does my mother have flaws? Yeah. But are you going to talk about her? All right. But all right, listen, guys, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. The fact that you just made it to the end of the video says a whole lot, actually. We have a couple other channels. Mr. L. Boyd Music, Mr. L. Boyd Movie Reacts, along with Mr. L. Boyd Discusses, where I just generally speak about the things that specifically matter to me. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.